And welcome back to another BobBlast. Hi, I'm Bob Burridge, and this one is all about a series. I've heard this question from my students. What's a series? What does it make? Well, it's more than one of the same subject over and over and over and over. I want you to think about Monet and the Haystacks. Oh my gosh, he did that like 23 different times. That's a series. But it was different times of the day, different times of the year, different color combinations. It's all about the passion and the interest of the artist. That's a series. As simple as you can see some of the series that I'm working on here, a series of clouds, different ones, over the same low horizon line over and over and over. And I must have done hundreds of these. It's a great warm-up, by the way. Then there's these smaller pieces of just figures, stage characters that I like to do as my warm-ups also. But wait a minute, then there's these landscapes. How many different ways can I do landscapes? These are 6 inches by 9 inches, over and over and over and over. It's a great way to warm up. You know, they don't have to be things that we recognize every day. You can start making things up. Like my portraits here. Not self-portraits, I hope. Anyway, so I like to do these crazy things, but it's a series. Probably about 50 of them. That's a series. What I always like to say, though, mostly, paint like you mean it. Not because you think it's a pretty little picture and it's going to sit really nice in a gallery somewhere. You paint a series, and you paint it because you love to do that series. And you paint it like you mean it. That way, you'll be able to do all these variations on the same theme. Let me show you what I'm doing right now. So before I even start a painting, you know that I like to figure out the 5 C's, the concept, the color, the combination, and all of that. For this though, the series is, well, that's the concept. Pretty simple. Doesn't have to be this magnificent idea. And what I mean by that is I'm going to be working on a simple subject like pears, a simple fruit, vegetable, pears. It's like a family. They're all different looking. There are no twins. You don't want to make them look all the same. And that's the exciting thing about a family of paintings that are from a series. Let's see how much different we can make each one and still have a good time of that series. Let's get started on the pears. I have here on the table things that I've already started, but I want to show you what the next thing to do is big brushes. These are 10 inch by 10 inch pears, pretty simple. Some have dark backgrounds, some have light backgrounds. So the first thing I want to do is decided to have more fun than this. This is my strictly academic technique. So the first thing I'm going to do is see the subject. They can all tell their brothers and sisters in here, but who knows what happens after that. So this is what happens after that. There's some marigold. This is Holbein marigold. It's a transparent color. And so I haven't lost the original painting underneath it. I still have my darks and my lights. Because it's transparent, I can kind of change the whole coloring of it. I'm going to do the same thing to this one. Same color. Watch what happens when we have this blue, this darker blue, using the marigold. Again, a transparent color. That blue has turned kind of greenish, but it certainly pulls it all together, doesn't it? It has this kind of magical glow. This one, just because it's a series, you know, why not do something completely different? I'm going to put some opera, luminous opera on top of this one. Whew. Look at that. Well, I have it on my paper towel. I'm doing the paper towels today only because it's a little bit quicker. You don't have to watch me clean my brushes. All right, I'm going to come back into this. Boy, you sure can tell they're from the same family. What a crazy family, huh? All right, so we have that part down. Now I am going to use a brush. Wet my brush. I'm going to do some simple things here. Real simple. I have a gradated background. Start to clean it up a little bit. This is called some negative shape painting, right? There we go. Whew. I like this series because it gives me a second chance to work on something that maybe hasn't worked out the first time. Come around here. And you know, when I know I have more than one chance to work on something or a theme, I become more adventuresome. If you work on one painting, you're going to be scared the whole time. Say, this better be the right mark I ever make. Whereas when you know you have a series, you have a couple more chances to try it. So we'll stop at that point right there. Let's see what we're going to do here. Let's make this another gray, but slightly different. Just because it's fun to do this one. Look at that color. Crazy, huh? And I also get to come back in and change the shape. This is my luminous opera in black. Whoa. With a lot of white over here. See, I don't know if I would have ever used this color before if I hadn't had this opportunity to show this to you. See? Pretty much the same subject. Think of Monet again. 23 paintings of the haystack. It wasn't about the haystack, it was about the artist's passion of getting involved in the subject that he loves so much. Let's try this one. This will be green. Whoa. With a lot of white in here. Let's make it really light, just so it's so different from these. And I do like to paint a series like this because it allows me to try different experimental colors I don't think I would have normally used if I would have had a well thought out plan. These are not well thought out. These are painting upside down for you. You see? And I can do that because I'm looking at color and shapes, not necessarily working on a pretty picture, so to speak. Look at the experimentation here. I am so not, even though I signed it, I've changed my mind. I actually paint this quickly too when I'm not being recorded. Cover up my name because I can, because this is an opaque paint. There we go. Now I want to, there's your shadow from underneath. Anyway, why do we do all of this? So I can come back in and start painting larger pieces and larger. And I've done these all the way up to 6 feet because I practiced this series when they were much smaller. I hope this gives you some ideas. Find something you love to paint. And the most important thing is paint it like you mean it. Over and over and over. Thanks for watching, and thank you very much for sharing this. And I'll see you at the next BobBlast. Hi there, this is Bob Burridge, and I'm here to tell you about a special Thursday night, all of April, date night with Bob. But we get to paint the live model. Haven't you always wanted to paint the live model, the undraped and costume model for 2 hours? Think of it, every Thursday night. I get to paint, you get to paint, we get to see the same poses. This is Pash, our professional model. She's been with me for so many years. And it's 2 hours each time. You don't have to worry about your drawing skills. It's all about painting the professional model, okay? And I did all of these paintings that you see behind me with the brush. There's no drawing, so don't worry about that part. I'm going to help you through all of that. I hope to paint and Zoom with you every Thursday night in April with Date Night with Bob's.